What's up, folks? What's up? It's the Sportsbook Killa coming back to give you another killer weekend with some serious betting going on. We got the UFC Fight Night France, and I'm going to give you my predictions. If you saw my recap video last week, my semi-strong picks hit 85%, strong picks hit 69%, weekend upset picks were 50-50. What I'm going to start this fight card isn't the best. It's actually not that strong. But I'll go over it anyway. I got a few strong picks with this one. Mostly I'm going to be focusing on the over-unders for these fights. I'm going to give you my strong picks first, and then you can kind of go from there. Pick number one is going to be, I'm going to take Farid Basharat to beat Kleitson Rodriguez. I like Basharat's striking, grappling, doesn't have much punching power. So to go with that fight, I also expect that fight to go over 1.5 rounds. So I got Farid Basharat to win in over 1.5 rounds. I have Zara dos Santos and Jacqueline Cavalcanti. That fight, I'm going to just take the over 1.5 rounds and the over 2.5 rounds. In my later picks, I'll pick who I think going to win, but in my strong picks, I'm just going to take the overs, over 1.5 and over 2.5 rounds for that fight. Volkan Ozdemir is fighting, what's my guy? Gustav he's fighting, as a matter of fact. I figure out how to pronounce his first name. Yeah, Baton Gustav. That's going to be an interesting fight. Both of them have high knockout rates. Both of them can punch. But Ozdemir has fought the stiffer competition, and he's been in the UFC. This guy, Gustav, is going to be, Guskov rather, is going to be making his UFC debut. So I got to go with Ozdemir. He's knocked out actual UFC fighters before, and good fighters. So I got to go with him, and he's usually pretty quick. So, but that particular fight won't be on my strong picks. What's going to be on my strong pick is the under 2.5 rounds. Ozdemir, Guskov, under 2.5 rounds. That's my strong pick. Later on in the video, I'll let you know who I think is going to actually win that fight. Well, you already know I'm going with Ozdemir, but I wouldn't take that as a strong pick. But I do think the under 2.5 rounds is strong. Benoit Saint Denis is going to be fighting Thiago Moises. As a strong pick, I'm going to take the over 1.5 rounds. Both of these guys have phenomenal grappling. Both of these guys can punch. It's going to be really interesting. Really interesting fight. Probably one of the best fights, one of the better fights on the card. But I'm going to take the over 1.5 rounds for that one. The Manon Fiorot and Rose Namath. Thug Rose fighting Fiora. Finally, they're going to fight. I'm not going to pick a winner for that one for my strong picks, but I will take the over 1.5 rounds and the over 2.5 rounds. I can never pronounce this guy's name, I'm guessing. Okay, Morgan Charrier. I'm just going to say Charrier. I don't feel great about this fight because him and Monda Zucchini, I don't know. I'm not too confident in either one of these guys, but the one thing I am confident in, I think the fight will be under 2.5 rounds. So I'm taking the under in that one, under 2.5 rounds. I'm not going to select the winner right now, but my strong pick for that one's going to be under 2.5 rounds. Last strong pick is going to be the Gon Spivak fight. I'm going to take the over 1.5 rounds in that one. I think it'll last over 1.5 rounds. Like I said, for one of my strong picks, I'm not going to pick a winner for that one just yet. Now let me ease on over to these semi-strong picks. I'm going to take Jacqueline Conti. I'm going to take her to beat Dos Santos. And I'm going to take Manon Fiorot to beat Rose Namajunas. And don't get me wrong, I love Thug Rose. I love her. I love the way she fights. But that last fight she had with Carla Esparza was just sad. And if she goes out there doing that against a striker like Manon Fiorot, she may get KO'd. I mean, this girl is a beast. Fiorot is a beast. She can fight, she can strike, she's quick. You know, she even has a few judo throws under her belt. And she has pretty good takedown defense. So I'm gonna go with Fiorot in this one. My third semi-strong pick is going to be Morgan Charrier to win. Okay. And next is going to be my weaker upset picks. These are picks I'm least confident in, but, you know, if I had to pick, this is who I would pick. So in the Corneau versus Jocelyn Edwards fight, both of these women, I watched their fights, and I'm not excited about anything they do in the cage. But I am going to think that whatever they do on that night, on this Saturday night, it'll last for over a round and a half. So that's one of my weaker upset picks, is over a round and a half for the Edwards-Corneau fight. Another weak pick is going to be, I'm going to take Volkan Ozdemir to win. Gotta take a hard puncher like Ozdemir going up against a guy making his UFC debut. So I'm going to take Ozdemir to win. Third weak or upset pick, well, this is just a straight upset pick, is Thiago Moises to win. My next one is going to be Sergey Spivak to beat Cyril Gane. That's a tough one. Tough one to pick, because if Cyril Gane has gotten his wrestling a little bit better, he should be able to use his takedown defenses against Spivak. And if he can keep the fight standing, he can definitely beat Spivak without a problem. Thing is, Spivak's grappling lately has just been relentless, and it's going to be hard to keep him from taking Gane down. And once he takes him down, it's a good chance he can submit him. So I'm taking Spivak over Gane, and that's an upset pick as well. And my last pick is going to be Ange Loosa to win. Lusa's fighting Reese McKee. So I'm taking that. So those are all my picks. Now, this fight card has been switched around so much, I don't know who's fighting who on the preliminaries now, because William Gomez, he's looking for an opponent. Some other guy I had on here, he had already, Taylor Lapilus. That fight got off with him and Goofing off, whatever. Anyway, that fight got switched around, so I don't know who's fighting who as far as those two fights go. But those are my picks. Like I said, as a gambler, I would suggest you do 2-pick parlays, no more than 3-pick parlays. Mix them up. The goal is not to be right. The goal is to be right and cash at the window, okay? Don't just look to be, oh yeah, I got this bet right. No. We want to make money off being right. And we want to cash at the window. We want to cash many tickets at the window. So good luck to you guys Saturday, September 2nd, UFC Fight Night France. I'll keep the picks coming. Like and subscribe. It's a Sportsbook Killer. I'm out. Good luck.